Hello, and welcome to the start of the Construction Management program and the first course entitled The Industry and Profession in Construction Management. We're going to start with the first module entitled The Construction Industry, and we are going to cover three main components. We're going to cover, number one, how owner ideas become designer visions and become a facility when it's built by the builder. And then we'll cover the concept of the construction manager acting as today's master builder and how it can work. And in particular, we'll have a case study example showing the reconstruction of the Pentagon after the 9/11 attack and how the owner's construction manager was, in effect, the master builder. So look forward to seeing you in Module 1 now. Thank you. For our first module, we're going to review the construction industry. So let's get started. The construction industry is a big industry, one of the biggest industries in the United States and globally in the world. And we're going to talk about how projects go from design and drawings to completion. It's a whole process. We'll also talk about the roles of the participants and who makes things happen. The case study example in this particular course will focus on the modern day master builder concept with a case study. So let's talk a little bit about the process, the construction industry process, and the organizational structure of people and participants who make it happen. We'll also focus on the work site, the job site, where the rubber meets the road. And at the job site, we go from the idea from the owner to the vision by the designers to the construction and the construction at the job site. The government, by the way, is a major participant in the project and is on your side. Yes, they want you to be successful. Why? Because they want the project completed to help and serve the people. It not only is good for the people, but also generates taxes. So now let's focus on the evolution of construction management. What you see there is a picture of an orchestra. It doesn't show all the musicians, but there probably are 100 musicians there, many playing different instruments, and they need to be on the same page on the same sheet of music. And if they're not in tune and not playing on the same sheet of music, they're going to be out of tune and you're going to hear it, and it's not going to come out very well. Just like a job site, if some are not participating and not cooperating and not making things happen, the job is out of rhythm and is a problem. So let's talk a little bit about the historical perspective of the master builder, which goes around, comes around. And it all started hundreds of years ago, and actually thousands of years ago, with the concept of the design, the building, and the owner all being one and the same. This doesn't happen anymore except in rare cases. And I'm going to show you a case study of a rare case where the master builder concept was utilized and worked. So the change of this concept took place during the age of the growth of the skyscraper in the 19th century, which was about the mid-1800s. Large-scale engineering and industrialization took place. Education of architecture and architects and engineers took place. Specialization started surfacing with subcontractors and suppliers and vendors. And the master builder concept now is starting to return on a very select basis. And the master builder oversees design, oversees construction, and acts as the owner's representative. So it has three parts.
Hi, I hope you're enjoying this free lesson from the University of Maryland's Project Management Center for Excellence. If you want to check out more lessons just like this one, click the link in the description below where you'll be able to go to our website on executive project management. There, you can find edX courses, professional short courses where you can learn from an instructor like me, as well as request custom team training for you and your organization. All right, let's get back to the lesson, and I'll see you at the end.
Today's Master Builder case study example is the Pentagon's Master Builder after 9/11. After 9/11, the government hired Alan Kilsheimer, a prominent structural engineer. He's the best in the business when it comes to analyzing and fixing damaged structures. So the estimate was 4 years, perhaps 5 years from the government, but they wanted the project completed in 1 year. And they did get it done in 364 days and had the grand reopening on 9/11/2002. Was he the master builder? Well, I'll walk you through the process and you decide. So the Pentagon before was very damaged, as you can see, tremendous damage. And that's what it needs to look like when it's done. Now, one of the pluses of that damage that you see in the left side of the screen is damage to the Pentagon that was actually in a reconstruction, renovation project mode. The government was actually renovating all 5 wedges of the Pentagon. And the wedge that got hit by the plane was actually just substantially completed and actually helped reduce some damage and minimized some of the damage and also saved some lives. So let's talk about how the Pentagon's construction team beats the odds. Time was of the essence. Construction crews were already on site, which was a big plus. Again, the estimate was 4 to 5 years. That's a long time. There was a lot of work to be done. But the new goal was 1 year. Very, very aggressive. So they went into a modified design build project delivery approach. So what were some of the master builders' keys to success? Well, teamwork, trust, and collaboration. Construction manager had great latitude. They gave Kilsheimer more latitude than typically given to a construction manager on a government project. The construction manager and the team had experience together, so that was a plus that the construction manager and the contractor and subcontractors had worked together in the past. 3 subcontractor firms were selected for every discipline. They needed to have a local presence, which was a plus, and they needed to have a national office also because they wanted companies to have great procurement opportunities and presence. The work was typically divided between 2 firms, and the 3rd firm performed as a peer review. So the goal was to have daily meetings, and that was important. Most of the meetings were held very early in the morning, typically 5 a.m. The key players discussed progress and identified problems early. And the government, yes, the government and the contractors met daily to keep the communication link open. The goal was clearly understood by the team, by the owner, the government, the architect, and the engineers, structural engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, the contractor, the subcontractors, and it was a collaborative session. The strategies to proceed faster worked. Everybody was on the same page, same music. Well, we just concluded the first module entitled The Construction Industry, and the one key takeaway is the utilization of the construction manager acting as a master builder. We're going to move on to module number 2, and that will be all about the construction industry traits. So looking forward to seeing you in the next module. Thank you.
Hey there, did you enjoy that lesson as much as I did? If you did, go ahead and give us a like. If you want to see another one, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, put them below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Moreover, is there somebody in your life who really needs this lesson right now? If so, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Now, we look forward to seeing you in the next lesson where you can learn even more from the University of Maryland Project Management Center for Excellence. Thanks so much.